You try to lubricate them ashy ankles, right?
Yo, I peeped it as soon as I got in the car. I was like, damn, how I skipped the ankle. Woo!
At least the face ain't looking at you.
Yeah, you peeped it. It's horrible. Welcome to another fantastic edition, episode of The Pull Up. I'm your host, Joe Budden, here with the amazing ASAP Ferg, my man, who I've been dying to get with, been trying to get with him for ages, it feels like.
Which camera are we looking at?
I don't fucking know.
You're working here, this is your signal.
Okay.
Joe's looking right here,
And this is all right. Got it. Well, all right. Well, first of all, what were you just asking me? If people are intimidated to sit with me?
Yeah, if people are intimidated when they sit down with you.
No. Well, like I was telling you off camera, the beauty in this is I don't even really sit with people that I don't want to speak to. So if niggas is difficult, if they don't want to talk, then...
No, I know, because you ran into like beef with artists in the past, like beef.
There we go.
These type of beefs.
It's not real beef. It's not real tension.
Or like people like really feeling some type of way because you bust their bubble on camera and like, you know, you ask hard questions that they can't necessarily answer.
That's what I run into here. Here, I'll do an interview with like somebody I fuck with and it'll be such a great conversation. And it'll be so great that they just divulge in shit. Yeah. So now the manager comes and makes 1 million edits on the shit. And now I'm sending out some watered down shit, but it's cool because I fuck with you and I don't want to harm you.
Right.
You know. So I've run into that probably 3 times. My Vince Staples interview was chopped down because Vince was in there kicking it.
Ask me anything. We're not chopping nothing down.
Tiana was in there
Ain't gonna chop nothing down.
Well, you see, and you, man, that's why you're interesting, because you do fall into that group of people that are like Vince, Tiana, Pusha. It's maybe 2 more that like I view as like New York or street niggas or just, but have mastered this corporate thing. Like, I don't ever envision a scenario where you're gonna sit down and say something that you didn't mean to say.
Right.
Or say something that would be harmful to somebody else or something like that.
Right.
Which is one of the reasons I've been wanting to kick it to you.
Right.
Where the fuck have you been at?
I've been chilling. I took some time off.
Why?
Because like I had to get my finances right. I had to
Why?
organize. I had to get my infrastructure right. And I just had to wonder like where like I was going wrong in certain situations. So I had to take a step back to just, I guess, grow.
Stop. Okay, I'm clear. But by what you're saying, that's not the start. Normally when an artist make these realizations that I gotta fix some things, the start is, oh shit, I gotta fix some things.
Yeah.
What did you recognize that led you to this or that?
New management, because I felt like I've outgrown my old manager. We still cool, but I just felt like it was certain things that I wanted and I wasn't really getting in my situation. And as far as like my finances, I felt like I was working real hard, but like my money just wasn't moving. Exactly. And I wanted to work hard, not work smarter and not harder.
Yes.
Basically, yeah.
All right, so that's a very commonplace for
And then like also like discovering the corporate gigs and like all of these things. I'm into like these big brands. I'm getting flown out to like fashion shows and things like that. And it's like, all right, it just gave me time to analyze what some of my peers is doing, how they making money, asking questions, sitting down and just like not doing 1,000 shows, but how do we do like 3 shows that how do we do 1 show that amounts to 3 shows? Like, that's a corporate gig. Like, I'm going to get the big bag now. Like, it's just trying to figure out like ways I could do it like that.
So you got new management. You want to talk to me about the difficulties in firing a manager?
Very difficult because my manager came in like when I first started and it was all I knew. And that situation was a little tough because me and Rocky had the same manager at the time. And like when they departed or whatnot, it was like not good at all. And I was kind of left with the same manager. So it was like we still had to do business all together. So it was like a bad divorce, basically.
It can be messy.
Yeah, it can be messy. And it's almost like Rocky, if he wasn't a stand-up dude, he could have just looked at me like, oh, you rolling with this nigga, this, that, and the third. But it wasn't like that. And it's been situations where we had to sit across from each other and at tables and stuff. We still had to be men and businessmen and handle business.
True. So how long after Rocky's separation from him did you separate?
Probably like 2-3 years.
Oh, so y'all was rocking.
Yeah, we rock.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, I didn't know any other way. Like, it's hard looking for another manager. Like,
it's hard realizing you have to.
Yeah, facts.
And then it's hard executing it.
Because you don't really know what a manager's supposed to be doing, really, if you're new to it. Like, I was fairly new, so, like, I've never had experienced a manager.
It's that, and most artists, most creative people, what it takes to follow up on your manager, we're not doing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going in your email to see if you replied to everybody. I'm not going up to every different department in the label to see if this person is following up. Like, we are not having those conversations. The only way we're going to find out is, are we bearing results?
Right.
How does the bank account look?
Right.
How does the itinerary look?
And that's when I had to slow down. It's like, all right.
Same. I'm in that club.
I was feeling burnt out. Like, I was on tour, and I was just stressed to the max. Like, I didn't even want to hear, like, any conversation about nothing. Like, I would just, like, my stress was just crazy. And I was like, hold up, I got to take some time off and just start, like, taking things one by one and handling them accordingly. Delegating. Like, I learned how to delegate more because I was handling so much. Like, I'm handling the creative. I'm writing the treatments to my videos. I'm, like, finding the directors. Like, I didn't have, like, a creative team for the longest. I'm just now, like, getting my creative community back and just and getting extra hands to help me with stuff. But I was doing so much, like, and it's like, I was seeing, like, so much people it felt like was getting further. I mean, of course, they was just, like, I feel like certain people just don't care as much as I care. But, like, it got to be a way I could do this thing better. That's how I was just thinking. Like, and I just wanted to slow it down and figure out how I can do it better.
So it sounds like, to me, correct me if I'm wrong, that somewhere in your professional evaluation, it led to a mental health checkup.
Facts. Yeah.
That's bold.
Yeah.
Was that frightening?
Uh,
Don't tell me it wasn't, because you went away.
No, it was.
Went
It
away
was.
to not be seen.
It was frightening because it was like I didn't know if I wanted to do it anymore. I didn't know if I wanted to do music. I didn't know if it was worth it. I didn't know if
Frustrating when you busting your ass that way.
Yeah, it wasn't even fun. Like, it wasn't like I wasn't enjoying it. Like, I was like on tour. It just felt like I was just you go on autopilot where it's just like work. Where's the celebration? Where's, like, you forget how to have fun.
It's funny you said that. I was going to ask you to speak to cycles in hip hop and all that comes with being complacent or being stagnant. And what I mean by that is, a lot of artists, you do this so long that it just becomes a cycle. I need an album out or 1 or 2 albums out a year. I'm going to go on tour. I'm going to promo here, and I'm going to repeat this cycle next year. And for some people, that's fulfilling. You don't seem like that would be.
Yeah, nah, it's not fulfilling. Like, I'm an artist. Like, I'm never really, I want to make sure the money is right and that the finances is right, so I won't be in distress and, like, I can take care of my family and stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm in this to, like, make a difference and do what I feel like I came here to do. Purpose, like, talk with purpose, handle things with purpose. And when I felt like I was getting out of that, that's when I had to chill and, like, figure out, all right, what am I doing? And where am I going wrong? And how can I fix this and make this more enjoyable for myself? Because I always told myself, if it wasn't enjoyable, I'm not going to do it.
100%. See, and that's why I asked you about...
I started thinking, like, shit, maybe I could just paint for the rest of my life, or maybe I could just design clothes for... Because I'm like, at that, last year was just, it wasn't rap at all. Like, I was like, I'm off this shit.
I saw an interview that I did in 2004 with Smack or one of them DVD shits. and
Cocaine City.
yeah, one of them. You know what time it is. And I was saying, yo, if rap don't work, or at the end of this shit, or if it ain't fun no more, I have zero problem going to get a job and working at the post office or some shit, because it just has to be fun. And when a rapper says that, it just does sound like some bullshit.
Right.
Until you get closer and closer to approaching that, wait a minute, this isn't fun feeling.
Right.
Your brand seemed like fun has a lot to do with the shit.
Right.
Y'all niggas make it look fun.
Right. And it's not just looking fun. Like me, I'm really having fun when I'm.
I hate that you niggas got to look like y'all having fun.
Yeah, like I'm having fun. Like especially now that I'm having fun, I think that little setback or just me like getting, I guess, recharging and just really sitting back and analyzing things and doing things better, it allows me to have fun. It makes me realize, like, you know, appreciate like family time and like I went and bought my first house. I didn't have time to do that. I moved my mom's out like 3 years ago, Jersey. I lived in Harlem this whole time. So it was like when I came to that spot, I walked over there, like from my crib. Like, so like, you know, I had to do things for myself. Like I literally wasn't seeing where my money was going. Like I had to see an object, like some type of trophy or something.
Did you get robbed? I got robbed.
Nah, I didn't get robbed.
All right, lucky you.
Thank God I never got robbed.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. I mean, I moved from my first crib because it was like a ladder. I was living in Harlem. My first crib was in Harlem. It was a ladder going up to my window, and there was a letter that my neighbor had sent under my door. And it said 2 perpetrators was trying to get into my crib. And like they scattered like when they called the police and shit. But like I literally, me and my uncle, we seen the ladders, one of them tall shits that go all the way through this roof. And I was like, oh nah. Like when I started feeling like, damn, I gotta sleep with like a knife or some shit, like I'm like, I'm
Then it's time to go.
Yeah.
And you said something earlier. Creatives don't speak to that enough about how, you know, because we always feel like when you're talking about money, you being shallow or materialistic, but the ability to have your brain be stress-free so you can create freely, that's what it does.
Right.
And that's why the money is important.
Facts. I mean, money allows you to go to Miami when it's cold. Like, I get depressed when it's cold in New York.
Really?
Hell yeah.
So New York. How does that happen?
I love New York to death, but I could afford not to be here when it's cold.
That's part of New York. I need that.
Man, listen.
Miami, these places where it's 2 fucking seasons all year.
I'll just go somewhere where it's hot. I'm going to Jamaica. Like, I just told myself, like, 2 days ago, I'm never having a cold winter again. Unless I want to, like, unless, like, I pull up for Christmas, family, we do the snow with the big Christmas tree, all that shit, and then I'm going somewhere else.
People's emotions are tied into the weather and shit like that. So anytime people tell me that.
I'm one of them people. Like, school used to come around, I used to just get these feelings in my body and just be like, fuck, this that feeling. Like, it's like all that A&D ointment on your face.
Yeah, you know what time it is.
School, you got to put your thermals on and
Vaseline,
shit.
thermal pants, top.
I'm like, fuck, this shit is whack. Like,
that's New York.
Yeah, man.
So you recharge, you regroup, new team, new management, new mindset, new music.
New music. A lot of new music. Actually,
Wait, I'm sorry, don't do that. Before you get to new music, because I was having this talk with your team earlier too.
Okay.
Where do you regard yourself? Do you see yourself as underrated? Do you see yourself as being fairly valued and judged?
I see myself as underrated, but I know why. I know why I'm underrated. Because, one, I'm very humble and I'm very down to earth. I don't have an ego. I think I got some type of ego, but I don't have like the crazy like head through the roof, like
grounded.
Big head. I'm grounded. Also, I haven't put out enough visual. This world like loves like to see what you're doing all the time. And I don't come from a place where it's like I thought like shit, like that shit is like
you gotta learn that.
Yeah, like I've never, like my cousin had to tell me, yo, post those pictures that like you be taking with people. People want to see your growth. And I had to really realize like, oh, I gotta like post this.
Yeah.
So people can know this is what I'm doing. Cause otherwise I'm like, I'm cool with just being in the moment and whatever the case may be. The other shit is work for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I gotta, oh, I forgot to do this. Oh shit, I gotta log on to Twitter and do this. Like, I'm not naturally like that. Like I like to keep my shit. I like the mystique, first of all. I grew up on like artists that had mystiques. And when you seen them, it was crazy because they're a superstar. And it's just like, but it's like now it's like reversed completely. It's like the more accessible I think you are, and correct me if I'm wrong, the more like that's the new game. But in a way, I still think that like the mystique is gonna win overall because like there's so much people that's so accessible now.
Everyone is accessible.
Yeah, like, so I enjoy, like, I fuck with Frank Ocean because it's like, he's not that accessible, like. And then when he comes out, it's just like, oh shit, he got the crazy shit. He did this and, oh, it's somebody vocals in the back. I don't really know who that is, but it sounds like somebody, like, I fuck with all of that shit. But it seems like kids now, they just want instant gratification. I've never been into that.
Mm. Yeah, you've had to hear some of this shit. I mean, what have I heard when it comes to Ferg? I've heard.
Tell me all the shit you heard about.
I've heard. See, but when I don't talk hip hop with niggas that don't really know hip hop, so it ain't nothing blasphemous. But the shit I've heard has been, I've heard Ferg is a singles artist, which I challenge with listeners' albums, like their albums. But I could see how someone would say that. I could see how somebody would say, every time you come out, the single was hard.
Right.
If I'm just bypassing the album, I would think you a singles act.
Yeah.
I
could combat that with, and I don't want you to forget your train of thought. Like I would say now what I would do differently is pay a lot of attention to the B-side records with visuals as much as I did with the singles. Because that's what I lack. Like I love Grandma on Always Strive and Prosper. I love Psycho going into Let It Bang, which is about my Uncle Psycho.
But I think last time I saw you, I asked you why there wasn't some visuals to some of these other records. And
budgets with the label, finding money, time, not having a proper infrastructure. And this is where an artist would become stressed. They're like, they're not seeing a full me. All they seeing is the turned up, future, new level that was on Always Strive and Prosper. But what about Beautiful People with Chuck D and my grandmother doing poetry on there? What about like the introspective songs that people just totally miss unless they're just a fan of Ferg and they listening to the whole album? Like people would tell me like, why don't you dig deeper? Why don't you get more introspective?
No,
like
there.
You ain't been listening.
It's there, yeah.
Like, I just like, how much more deeper can I go? Like,
well, I think it's like you said
earlier, it's the visual.
It's just working smarter. It's not necessarily you rapping or recording differently. It's the method of y'all getting it and hearing it and knowing what I'm trying to deliver out there.
Right.
That's all. I've heard that Ferg has stolen all of the spotlight from Rocky and the ASAP crew, and he's not getting credited for it because he stands too close to Rocky.
I would say that I love me and Rocky always have like a friendly competition, and like.
Really? Tell me about that. I just told somebody that I don't understand what that is because y'all love each other.
Yeah,
How do you compete?
Well, I still feel like I'm better than him as far as
in music.
Yeah, music. Yeah,
but he don't give a fuck about music. Do it?
Nah, he really does.
Really?
He'd call me in 2 seconds. Yo, bro, niggas is sleeping on me. Niggas, I'm about to get on my shit. Yeah, for real.
You're blowing my mind right now. That's the other perception, that y'all two niggas don't really give a fuck about music.
You should sit down with him. We record a lot of music. I think, and I told him this a while ago, that we need somebody to delegate just for our music. If we ain't put nothing out in like 2-3 months, there need to be somebody like, yo, put some music out. Like, yo, we got all these songs. I made this a project. Let's put this out. Yo, this motherfucker got a whole project with French Montana. A whole project, and I don't know if I'm giving shit away, but it's just like, he got a lot of music, and I got a lot of music. Like, I got like a lot of music. It's just that between the lifestyle shit and all the things that we into, the whole facet, I think it's just balancing everything and making sure everything gets pushed out. And that's what I was talking about as far as infrastructure and delegating. Like, my career is totally different from your ordinary rapper because, like, I'm pushing not only hip hop forward with music and anthems and shit like that, but I'm also doing the same thing for fashion. Like, first, male face black at Tiffany's jewelry.
Shot a video in Tiffany's.
No, I didn't shoot a video in Tiffany's. I performed at Tiffany's.
Iconic shit still.
Yeah.
How does somebody like you get to do that? I can't do it.
You could do it.
No, the fuck I can't.
Yes, you can. You can do it. No,
they'll carry me. They'll carry my ass out of there. Hey, pump it up over here, buddy.
It starts with a want to do it. Like, I've had a dream of working with Tiffany's since I was like 2010.
See, that's why this guy's good, man. This guy have nice dreams. Like, look at your dreams.
Yeah, I used to walk past that shit coming from school. And like, I'm an artist. I went to art and design high school. My major was fashion and fine arts, so it's what I'm into already.
Yeah.
So I could have these conversations. I was already having these conversations about Tiffany's and Cartier and Francis Bacon and looking at early KAWS artwork and all of this type of stuff. So when it was time for me when I had the platform, I started reaching out.
And they were just receptive.
And they reached out to me, actually.
Really?
But that was on my list to reach out to them.
I was about to ask you about DAP. The people don't know that we spent some time at DAP's house. Yeah, that's when I was asking you that. We should do some content. But off of that, your position as a brand, as kind of a brand ambassador when it comes to when some of these companies get themselves in some shit,
right? Like
the Gucci shit,
right?
Our support of DAP. Where did you fall in that? Were you conflicted? You and ASAP, y'all are two of the people I was looking to hear from when that was going on.
First of all, I never got a check from Gucci. So it was none of my business. None of my business. But second of all, just us as a people, I felt some type of way when I seen the image of it. But like DAP explained to me, these European people don't know our culture and they don't know what's offensive. They don't have any people our complexion in the higher ups. They don't have any black people in these positions. And his position, he took the position to actually fix a problem and create more opportunities because now they're forced to put more of us in those higher up positions so we can oversee things and make sure it's right because they don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of them don't know our history.
Yeah.
And I'm not defending anybody. Like I said, I ain't getting no check from Gucci.
Did you boycott them?
I wear Gucci. I got Gucci socks on right now.
See, that's fly shit, man.
I got Gucci socks on.
That's wealth.
But it's like, we got a rack of Gucci shit. We're not gonna sit here and act like we're not gonna wear it. Like, all right, we took a bad situation and made it better. DAP is there. So DAP is black. He's very black. And you'll read his book and see he's very black. He's blackity black. And he's 72 years old. And he has a lot of knowledge and he's a great leader. So if I watch him go, I'm going. I'm going with him. So
well said. Yeah. Well said. All right, so back to this music. With the hiatus, with the restocking and rejuvenating, is there a fear at all today of getting reacclimated to whatever this current scene is, whatever your interpretation of it? The streaming, the clout chasing,
the style of music.
The sound and style of music.
Mm-hmm.
Does it scare you at all? Or you like, fuck all that, I'm jumping back in, I'm on my shit, my people gonna fuck with me, I got my people when we out?
I don't even look at it as me jumping back in it. I feel like this is just my style of putting out music. It's just like I put it out when I feel it, whenever I got something to say. Um, that's what I feel like. That's what I feel like people should be doing, is putting out music when it's right, not because like the label tells you, oh, we need another one of these joints. Like,
Not
oh,
because you have a bill to pay.
exactly, or bill to pay. Like, it's art. Like, otherwise we just making cookies. And we just like, what about like making a green juice, like some shit that's gonna help people.
Yeah.
And fucking like really work with your words. Like, that's what I'm here to do. Like, I had this long conversation with Timbaland. I talk to Pharrell all the time about sound and sonics and how they push music sonically in a whole nother direction. Like, when it was weird at first, like it became the norm for like, and people actually wanted a Timbaland beat. People actually wanted a Pharrell beat. That's what I want to do for music, because to me, all of the music sounds the same. Like, how many times we gonna redo a 3 6 Mafia song?
A lot.
You know what I'm saying? And it's cool. Like, we gonna do this all day.
Yes, we are.
We gonna go crazy.
I love
Like,
3 6 Mafia.
We gonna slob on my knob.
Hey.
Like, we gonna do that. We gonna run that shit to the max. But it's like, it's not fun. And people, I think that's why people be depressed. Really, because it's like not a challenge. Like, we used to have challenges when I was coming up. Like, it was like a challenge to sound, to music, to the way you dress. Like, we used to get clowned when we was dressing in the hood. It was a challenge though. Like, we used to really have to fight. Like, somebody like, oh, you look gay. Like, you got the tight jeans on, y'all wearing colorful sneakers. Like, what is that Power Ranger looking shit? And it's like, that was the challenge, because we brought something new to the community, and it was other kids that felt like us, and we were just being ourselves, and we were being unique, and that uniqueness, it transcended across the world. Now it's more kids just doing it. Now they trolling with the shit. You know, now I resort to a white tee because of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
that is wild, the thought even into why you got to just wear white tee to just plane this out while all this extraness is
I think that people should dress like where they're from. I think we lost that. Like, I mean, for me, if people was dressing like where they was from, I'd probably just dress like I'm from fucking outer space. But now that everybody's dressing like they from outer space, I just want to dress like
and they are dressing like they from outer space.
Exactly. Like,
it's tough to be in it. But listen, but you don't feel like you started part of this as a fashion forward?
We did.
Y'all started a lot of shit, man. Y'all did.
We started a lot of shit, and we gonna keep starting shit. Now we telling people to go here now. And then when they go here, this is where we going now. And then we gonna go here, and then we gonna go here, and we gonna.
All right, this is my last overrated question. Do you feel that y'all get the respect that you should get as a conglomerate? Like, as far as all of the groups stand, especially today with the cliques, Dreamville, fucking, all of them, fucking Maybach, just what y'all have brought, Odd Future, all of them. But y'all were like kind of the start of something like that for me up here.
Right.
Do you feel like when the name ASAP is said, niggas know what time it is, and they hold y'all where y'all should be held? Overall, not just musically, in business, just as a brand, because you guys brand very well, is what I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't know what it looked like from the outside. Like, I don't know what that is. Like, I don't.
Well, you do shows and you go on tours. You know how it feels. You are.
Well, if the fans show me love, like,
yeah,
people show me love. Yeah, so I guess, yeah.
Yeah, you of the people. You know it. That's one of the things that I always admire about you. I don't go out much, and when I go out, time to time I bump into you. I'm like, oh, look at Ferg out.
Yeah.
Being of the people.
I don't go out that much neither.
That's what I'm saying. That means we're picking the right shit to be at.
Right, exactly.
Back to the project.
Right.
We were talking earlier about some of the features that you have on it, and I'm impressed with all of the women.
Right. I feel like the Nicki feature changed, I would say, my style of making music, and it awakened a part of me that like really wasn't really getting focused on. And that was like the females. Like, I was wondering, like, damn, it's nothing but like, first of all my shows is like predominantly white people. And it's like young teenage white boys mosh pitting, dirty sneakers.
The good shit.
The crazy, good, it's the good shit.
Because they're going to keep coming them shows.
It's the good shit, and I love them. But it's like, where's all my sexy ladies at? Where's the brown woman at? Where's like...
Can't bag a chick at the Ferg show.
Exactly, you can't bag no chicks at my show. And it's like, how, like I always just look at the crowd and I'm just like, all right, where would a sexy girl fit in with this? And it's also, it's like, I need to teach them how to love and I need to teach them how to fucking have sex. I need to teach all these motherfuckers how to do everything, and that's through the music and the visual. So, like when I did the Nicki's record, well, when she jumped on a remix, it was so much. I went to Dykeman, I'm chilling at the spot, I'm seeing all the girls, how they react when her first come on. And I'm like, oh, I like this.
It's lit on Dykeman.
I like this. I like this feeling, so.
I like this feeling.
Yeah, I like this feeling. I like this feeling. Come to the show with those vibes. And just the response of the females and black females, it was just remarkable. So
you saw that and you said, I need some more of this. Goddamn it.
Exactly.
And lucky for you, there's a bevy of them to choose from today.
Right.
So who do you have?
I got Rico Nasty. She's hard. I got City Girls.
Great.
Tough. I got an artist named Antha. To me, she's like the female me.
So she raps and she's good.
Yeah, she rap, yeah.
Got it.
She's hard. I got a song with Ty Dolla $ign called Ride. That's more like an R&B type joint. And I got a joint with Brent Fayez. That's hard too. He's tough.
I know.
Yeah. And it's all like, it don't seem off brand. Like I was afraid to put out those songs, those two songs is 4 years old. I just felt like back when I made them, my brand wasn't ready for that type of song. And I just felt like it would have been overlooked. So like I had to like wait until like my brand matured to get to the point where I could release those records.
And that's where you are.
Right. With a beard.
No, I know.
Yeah, beard gang.
I like the little scruffy shit.
Yeah, scruff. Females like the scruff.
So what about your approach, business-wise, will be different moving forward? Because in speaking to you, you sound really clear-minded. You sound like you're very aware of where you want to go and what you're trying to do and what you need to do to get there.
Right.
Your team told me earlier the amount of songs you got in the tuck ready to fire.
Got a lot of ammo.
The clip is loaded.
Yeah.
What's to do different?
Well, to do different now is just I'm learning how to delegate more and
more trusting team.
More trusting team. And trusting that like they gonna have their way of doing it as well. Like I was reading this book, it's called The Art of Creative Thinking. And it talks about Salvador Dali, the artist, and how he got hired to do a commercial in Dubai. And he never shot a commercial or whatever. He's an artist. He paints on canvases and things like that. He was so nervous, like that he wasn't gonna get it, like or do the right thing, that he just said, "Fuck it! Like I'm just gonna do this shit the way I know how to do it." And like the way he kind of like I guess made the room more comfortable for him to work in was he made everybody transfer roles. So like if you was the director, you're gonna be the script writer. If you was the script writer, you're gonna be the creative director. If you're the creative director, you're gonna be the videographer, whatever the case may be. And like they all did it their way and they made something special. So that's the way I go about like my team now. It's just like, all right, I tell my assistant to do something. I put them on missions. And I'll just like, I want to be surprised too, like, and not be a control freak and be like, you got to do it like this. Because that was what was stressing me. It was just like, I seen it a certain type of way and it was like so like tunnel vision on this one way, but it was very small and two-dimensional when it could be 3D and everything could be a remix. Like if I just let people work and do their own thing.
You say a lot of wise shit. Just sitting here You're right. You're right. I listen closely because as you talk, I go through my career and when I learned all of this shit too, and then where it got me at the end of it. So
Right.
I'm looking forward to seeing what the year holds.
Facts.
You gonna tell me about some of what the year holds, or do I have to poke around this Pharrell shit?
I mean, yeah, me and Pharrell been working on some stuff.
And then I like guys like you, like the people in your phone contacts, like they ain't people you could just name them and come say, yeah, me and Pharrell was talking, man.
Yeah.
Said we're gonna do some shit together.
Nah, like, man, people don't know that, like, Pharrell is one of the reasons. Like, I don't feel like he get enough credit from, like, the guys that's really creative and like, we was looking at him. We was looking at Kanye. We was looking at these guys that was pushing culture forward and doing business with Louis Vuitton. We didn't know that we could do that, like, before them. So, like, when I first heard the NERD album, that shit just changed my life. Like, the one with Shay on the cover, playing, like, PlayStation. I heard that music, and I'm like, damn, this shit is crazy. And, like, it kind of, like, validated what I was doing. It was like, I was riding BMX bikes, always been into BMX bikes. They was chilling with white and Chinese people and, like, still hanging out with, like, Pusha T and, like, all of the gangsters. That was exactly who I was coming out of the hood. It was like the different kid that dressed different, that shop different, was into, like, fashion, into bikes.
So what you're saying is nobody should look at this as a weird collaboration between you and Pharrell.
Exactly.
This is right up y'all alley.
This is right, yeah, exactly.
Well, how's it sound?
Man, this shit, like, shit sounds remarkable. I think it's like, I pulled them out of that happy place. Like, don't expect happy P. Like, this is like, and the funny thing is, like, the new generation, they probably don't know the Pharrell we know.
Which is crazy, but
it's fucking crazy.
I know.
And, like, I'm talking about, like, I played him all the old shit that I loved about his shit. And we talked and talked and talked. Me and P got together, like, 2 times prior to work in the studio. Just the timing wasn't right. He was going through some stuff on his side. But, like, this time when we got together, it was just right. So the sound is just like, he cooked up everything in front of me. Like, I'm in LA, he came to New York, we went back to LA, we went to Miami, and we worked in all of these places. And he still sends me shit like, yo, do this, do this, do this. Like, it's really a mentorship, honestly. Like, I asked him,
which is lost in this game.
Crazy questions. Like, I have a couple people I talk to. I talk to Snoop, I talk to P. Like, me and Snoop got the same birthday.
Who do you speak to that is not old and wise and brilliant? Who of the younger people do you speak to or communicate?
Like, younger guys, like my brother. My brother makes music, and his friends is young. I got producers that's young, like in-house producers, and they kind of, like, keep me in, like, motion of what's going on.
Keep the youth. Keep
exactly.
The youthful.
Yeah, I don't want to be around no old niggas. That shit is, I did that a long time. Like,
you the old nigga now.
I am, but, like, I'm the type of nigga been around old niggers. Like, my manager is old. My uncle is older than me. Like,
that's why where I'm at in this retirement.
Yeah, you old as fuck.
Hey, yeah, this is, you hear this shit? But that's why this retirement shit.
You got, like, 2 kids and shit. Like,
that ain't old shit. Shit, I got 2 kids.
I'm nowhere near that. Like, I don't even want that type of. Don't sneeze that shit on me.
You nowhere near it until you near it.
Exactly.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Nigga, man. Yo, that's why.
You got kids? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got kids. I got 2 kids.
Okay, that's a blessing though.
Yes, 100% is a blessing. I wanted 2 kids.
I'm just not ready right now for that shit.
Well, that's why this shit is blessed.
My pull-out game is strong.
When you pull out, like 10 minutes before?
10 minutes before.
Like, stay right there.
My shit is
coming. Gotta be safe.
Yeah, my pull-out game is strong.
What do you mean? You're not doing that with your girl, though, for 4 years, pulling out mad early. Is she pressing you in the house for a kid?
No. But I just ain't ready for
30 is nice, man. 30 is nice.
Yeah.
Well, what age do you want to do that?
Probably like in another 5 years. I'll be 35. It's like being 30, but more wiser.
You are correct. You are all right. So kids at 35, a Pharrell project that we have to imagine what it sounds like. We have an EP with a bunch of amazing shit on it. There's a bike line coming.
Yeah. Revlon. I just did a collab with Revlon bikes. Used to ride their bikes back in the days as a kid growing up. Had a few bikes, and it was a dream collab.
Well, tell me more about the fucking bike that's coming, goddammit. Don't give me your little press kit. It was a dream collab. What about the bike? How much is the bike?
Oh, I don't know that. I don't know those things yet. It's still early.
Got it.
So you start figuring out stuff.
What other business ventures do you have going that all of us might not know? You got Adidas.
Adidas deal. I just re-signed with Adidas.
The re-sign. That's the. God damn it! I know what re-sign means.
I just signed with Hennessy as well. So I got a Hennessy deal on Rocket.
Hennessy, Adidas, a bike,
Tiffany's
albums, Tiffany's. That is a lot of different streams of revenue. What do you plan on doing with the revenue from the different streams to make it multiply?
Investing in the right things though. Just figuring out what's right.
Stocks, tech.
Well, I got money in
art.
I got money in some stocks. I've been looking at some art as well. Yeah, but I just want to keep making money. I want to keep making money, and when those right other things come across, I definitely want to buy more property for sure.
You know where at all, or just?
I like Miami a lot, but I don't know if I don't.
yeah, you're gonna find a way down at Miami.
I like Miami a lot. LA, I feel like I definitely need a house there just because I spend so much money on hotels.
Yeah,
like, definitely need a crib there.
Y'all do hotels in LA, not Airbnb?
I do Airbnb, but last time I had an Airbnb, they had one TV there, and it was in the master bedroom.
Peasants.
Yeah, like the sheets didn't look that clean.
Oh yeah.
So I slept cold on the couch until the morning came, so I could go to the hotel.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, you know, with a hotel, you get nice white, clean sheets. Your linens is looking good.
Shit like
yeah,
that.
I like shit like
important.
that. You could call for breakfast. All of that, yeah.
I got a call, right, a few days ago from my stylist saying that I should go, Fashion Week is coming, and I should go sit down at the different shows. And I said, why the fuck would I do that? And then he said, well, people do it to be seen and to build a relationship with the different houses and to get free shit, advanced shit. And I said, oh, that's why people do that. I'm only bringing it up to you because you are one of the people that I consistently see at these different shows at Fashion Week. And I'm left home saying, why the fuck is ASAP Ferg at all of these different shows? Why the fuck are you at all of these different shows?
I mean, it's like if you're a fan of an artist and you listen to their music, the same thing with fashion. Like you're a fan of the art, of the clothes. Yo, I need that jacket. I want to have it before everybody. You dress like you just had this nice.
We all dress to not be nude.
Hat. No, you don't dress to be nude.
See, you gotta watch this guy, man.
Look at your watch. Somebody designed this.
Somebody designed everything that we see.
It's a Rolex, right?
A Yachtmaster.
A Yachtmaster Rolex.
Yes.
That's a fancy watch.
I saved up for many years.
These are
wait, hold on. Well, let's not leave this yet. I saved up for many years to afford this because hip hop said you need a Rolex, and because they said Rolexes don't depreciate, they gain and they hold, they sustain. So I got that. So it's different from the rappers wearing a Rolex. Don't do that.
You got McQueen shoes. Those cost some money.
These were on the mannequin. So they were at a discounted rate, as you can see. There's some scuffs. There's some scuffs on the side.
You still brought them though. And a discounted rate is still some bread from McQueen.
My jeans have bled on the laces. It's not just together, you know? It's not together.
But you have a fit though, and you have a stylist, so you care about what you're wearing.
But that's a mistake.
What you mean?
Everything I know how to do is I learned it from a mistake. So I'm only getting dressed because I didn't get dressed for so long that I saw the results of it. And it's like, fuck that. So fuck it, I'll get dressed. It's funny because as a rapper, I dressed like shit. And I didn't care because if you're doing a show, you want to be comfortable.
Right.
So you want to give them the best show. And then when you're in the studio, you want to be comfortable. And I wasn't trying to be out and be seen. But in retirement, on camera, I gotta try to buy the McQueen.
So you try? Or is it like something you...
No. I do it for me.
Yeah, you like it.
I do the shit I like.
So that's why I go to fashion shows. Because I want to get the shit before everybody get it. And I want to wear it. And I want to turn up in it. So I could be like, oh.
You was the first dude I seen in Greg after me. After me. Let's be clear, nigga. When I was getting clowned for wearing the Greg. And that's been my story.
Oh,
my whole career.
Greg Lauren.
Yeah. I get clowned, and now you and Serge Ibaka and all you niggas, now y'all want to pop out with this shit.
Greg Lauren. I've been a fan of Greg Lauren. I've been a fan of Ralph Lauren forever.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I seen Greg Lauren doing the shit with the Carhartt mixed up, I'm like, oh, it's New York, but it's like high end.
Yeah, he killed it.
Fucking with it.
Shout out to him.
So you're a fan of him?
I fuck with Greg.
Yeah, why don't you go to his fashion show?
I would.
Yeah, so
I would.
You know, that's why we go.
Yeah, but y'all be going to like the fancy schmancy shits. Y'all be
That's
looking.
some fancy shit. Greg Lauren is expensive.
You still a hood nigga for me, but hood niggas can buy expensive shit.
Yeah.
But it's when y'all be sitting there like y'all can't move. It look like they only gave y'all half a cup of water. You niggas look parched. First of all, it look like your friend is over there. You can't talk to him. Y'all don't look that way. I'm like, why are they there?
Yeah, you know what's funny? Them shits only be like 5 minutes.
For real?
We should go to a fashion show together.
I would 100% go with you if I don't.
All right, say no more. Say less.
I could just stand like.
You can sit right next to me.
I'm down with that.
You gonna sit on the floor seats.
You saying this? I want to shout out Rihanna just because of all she's doing, having her own house.
Oh man, that's incredible.
See, I would support that.
But LVMH.
I would support that in a heartbeat. I would go. I would want to see it. I'm a fan. I guess I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I have one last question. Well, let me not say last, but I have one question that I've been wanting to ask you for a long time, but I don't want you to hit me. What? And I don't want nobody that you with to hit me.
Go ahead.
You didn't say that y'all wouldn't hit me.
I won't hit you.
All right. And your people won't?
Nah, they won't hit you.
All right. Dion don't give a fuck if I get hit. The ASAP Rocky interview with you.
Yo.
And Elliott Wilson and B-Dot. Is one of my favorite interviews in the world. And not because of anything that ASAP said, well, some of that, pause, and it's you.
My facial expression.
Yes.
I didn't even know my face was looking like that until they...
So you do know what I'm talking about. You've seen your face in that moment.
You know what's funny about that interview?
Everything.
Yeah.
What's funny?
It took forever for that shit to surface like that. Like I don't know how that shit just. That's the crazy part of the internet. Is like we been did that interview, and out of somebody just for shits and giggles zoomed in to my facial expression.
Ain't no shits and giggles. Your face looks wild while that story is happening.
I look let down, right?
Yeah. Look like you found out Santa Claus ain't real. I said, I gotta ask Ferg about that when I see him. And I hope he don't hit me, but I gotta ask.
Man, that's always right there. I always got something against Rocky now. If you want to joke on me, that's what we doing?
I gotta ask him about it.
You have to. You gotta get him up.
No, he might hit me. He might hit me if I ask him about it.
Nah, he was laughing about it. He sent the text. He sent the video to me. Because he had to laugh about it. Like, you killed yourself.
On an interview.
Yeah.
That's a wild story. All right, I'm getting uncomfortable with that story. All right, wait. So I've gotten to all of the business. I've gotten to all your different revenue streams. I've gotten to all of the projects. We've gotten to the press. We've gotten to mental health. Gotten to your mind state. What am I missing?
I think we covered everything. Oh, how I'm the king of New York.
We did not cover Is that still a thing?
For me, it is.
Why?
I feel like it is a thing because, like, It is. I came up where it was a
you were a
thing.
New Yorker and you.
I came up when where it was a thing.
I don't know if it's a thing no more.
I think it's a thing.
And if it is a thing,
It is a thing.
It's not a thing.
Yeah, not to you.
Not to nobody.
To me, in my mind, it is.
Well, yeah. And I understand where that comes from because it was a thing.
Yeah.
When New York was...
I feel like...
When New York was
people
New York.
should wonder, like, YG got a song called The Face. I don't know if it's called The Face, but he talks about how he's the face of LA. And he runs through the names, like The Game. He runs through the Kendricks and this, that, and the third, right? And, like, he is the face of LA.
He's one of them for sure.
Right now, I feel like he's the biggest face of LA.
Kendrick is from LA.
He is. But I feel like YG is the biggest face right now.
Music is funny that way, right?
It is. Because it's all perception.
YG album just came out.
Yeah.
He's the most visible for us.
Until like Kendrick drops an album. That's why I said right now.
And then Game, and then there was Nipsey. And
but I heard the Game album.
Rest in peace to Nipsey.
Crazy. So it's like whenever that time comes, it's like, all right.
Another one who normally drops crazy albums.
But that's a sparring match between whoever. So like if YG just dropped, we're gonna have to see what Kendrick do.
If that's the case, then who are you sparring with to be for the King of New York? Who the fuck else?
Who am I sparring with?
I'm asking you. Who else is fighting for that position? Who else is even in New York rapping?
Right. That's why I'm the king.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've just figured out why ASAP Ferg is the king of New York. God damn it.
Exactly.
Was you saying that when our homeboy was out, when Tekashi was out? I don't know if I heard you saying that when Tekashi was out.
I mean, it wasn't a thing.
I'm fucking please. I think I got everything. Is there anything I'm forgetting? You won't tell me. Dion, am I forgetting anything over here? Is there anything we need to plug? You got to deal with Revlon? Are you serious or are you joking? All right, y'all got to get the fuck out of here. Why do you ever deal with Revlon?
Remember I was talking about like facial routines and all of that?
Oh, man. All right, no. All right, y'all got to get the hell out of here. Okay, so I do remember you were rubbing it in my face that you have someone at home that takes care of your skin and your face and gives you massages and shit, and I don't. So you flipped that into a business opportunity, and now here you come for the ladies. Revlon face. Come on, what is this shit?
We still in talks about different things that we doing, but it's happening.
Oh, that his paperwork must be signed, huh? Dion wouldn't say you could talk about it if paperwork wasn't signed.
Yeah, we just trying to figure out like what products we're gonna do and things like that.
You aside, because you're a creative, and I know your answer to this, but all the people involved with you, do they really give a fuck about music? Like, honestly, like talk to me. You have a Revlon deal, you have an Adidas deal, you have a bike deal, you have a million deals, and from what I'm seeing going on with music and how people are just using it to be an audience builder and take their audience and do something else, it seems like y'all have that part mastered. And for that to be mastered takes a whole lot of focus. Focus away from music. So somebody sit on this fucking couch and just say the truth once. Just say it. I don't give a fuck about no music.
I love music. I love music. Music is
we all love it.
Hey, music is God's voice.
It's what got us here, saved our lives.
Music is God's voice. Without music, it saves my life. I was listening to Biggie when I was down, and I would listen to like Lashik when I want to get up, and disco and all of that shit to like catch a vibe. Like music is definitely like, it's easier than making clothes or easier than painting. You could just come off the dome about something and it's recorded. It's a song right there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. We've learned why he's the king of New York. We've learned how to make a song. And we've learned that he has Revlon facial shit coming. I'm buying it.
I got you. I'm gifting it to you.
No, niggas don't gift me nothing, man. Yo, niggas don't invite me to studios. That's a
I
good
fuck with
question.
you.
I know you fuck with me.
I love you.
I don't
love
believe
you.
that you don't fuck with me. I believe you love me. I think I'm loved. I don't get invites to studios and fashion show shit though. So anytime you would like to invite me to the studio to listen to music, that would be awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh, now I feel like a bitch that's begging to get flown out or some shit. Never mind, see? You hit me, you hit me. That's it, Ferg. Thank you for coming.
Appreciate you.
God damn it. How does a guy even get a Revlon deal? Like, how does a man even say, you know what? Tomorrow morning, I'm calling Revlon. We're closing this one.
That couch is too cozy.
It is, yeah.
I lost my legs on that.
Yeah.